Oh no, not again.
Do you have trouble relaxing on the can because of Trump's unpredictable behavior?
Why yes, I do.
Then that's why you need
TRUMP-A-LAX.
When you have Trump-induced constipation because of what he says and does, throw your regular Miralax in the trash because that stuff ain't shit. You need TRUMP-A-LAX, made from the same stuff they put in tranquilizer darts, because that's the only way anyone can take a shit these days. TRUMP-A-LAX is also powerful enough for if you have a diet that consists of mostly filet of fish and chocolate shakes. Now you can unclench while hearing crazy stories about windmills causing cancer and killing whales, the late great Hannibal Lecter, a well-hung Arnold Palmer, and the true social posts that make your 401k more unstable than Bitcoin. Order now. Hi, I'm Jacob, the Seattle Soy Boy. Welcome to Late News Last Night. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Now it's time for some more headlines. Last Sunday, President Trump had his annual physical done by his new doctor, Sean Barbabella. Why are all of Trump's doctors so weird? We had the arch rival of the personal space show guy, the guy who was known as the Candyman for passing out hella prescriptions, and now we have the first half of a Crest commercial. Hold on. No. Do the thing.
Press reality check.
And that's supposed to be his good photo. I can't imagine what his bad photos look like. The summary of Trump's visit includes details like that he weighs 244 pounds. Okay. Barbabella also wrote that Trump has excellent health, as evidenced by his frequent golf victories. No, Barbabella, you're doing too much. I mean, why stop there? Why not just say that he has big, strong, throbbing muscles, and that his bronzer definitely doesn't look super fake? RFK stirred up some controversy at a press conference where he insisted autism was caused by environmental factors, and saying crap like this.
Autism is increasing in prevalence at an alarming rate. These are kids that this is a preventable disease. We know it's an environmental exposure. It has to be. We are going to have updated real-time data so that people can look at this, so Americans can understand what is happening with chronic disease in this country in real time.
Oh boy, I'm sure this country can handle seeing real-time numbers.
Republicans tend to vote in higher numbers on Election Day, and Democrats do better in mail-in voting and early voting. But some swing states don't start counting mail-in votes until later in the process.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
They call them dumps, big, massive dumps.
This is a fraud on the American public.
Autism is increasing in prevalence at an alarming rate.
That's basically a lie. Autism cases have gone up because there's more awareness of the issue, changes in definitions, and the severe cases he's referring to are not the immobile nonverbal types. RFK is basically this guy.
He says he's not dead.
Yes, he is.
I'm not. He isn't?
Well, he will be soon. He's very ill.
I'm getting better. No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Have you ever seen anybody our age? I'm 71 years old with full-blown autism, head banging, nonverbal, these other stereotypical features. Where are these people walking around the mall?
Yeah, where are those people? And where are the 70-plus-year-old cocaine addicts? Clearly your generation has way less of them, and that's why the early 90s was widely known as a time with no drugs. Or maybe it's because both of these populations are more likely to bite the dust earlier in life. Does RFK have object permanence if he doesn't see something it doesn't exist? Seems like the communicable autism he's talking about is coming from inside his head and transmitting through the TV.
These are kids who, many of them were fully functional and regressed because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're 2 years old.
Really? If that's true, then you should go walk off the edge of flat Earth. I love how he doesn't provide any evidence for that because he's so full of crap.
And these are kids who will never pay taxes.
Hey, don't talk about Trump like that. Not paying taxes is what smart people do, so I hear.
They'll never hold a job.
I happen to disagree. They could spout nonsense on behalf of the Trump administration like you.
They'll never play baseball.
In all fairness, Mr. Boomer, sir, nobody plays baseball anymore. Let me know when they can't play Mario Kart.
They'll never write a poem.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Please stop demonizing people with autism and saying things that are untrue.
They'll never go out on a date. Many of them will never use a toilet unassisted.
So by many, you mean 6 to 7%.
We are doing this to our children.
Prove it!
Autism destroys families. More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are our children.
He's making it sound like children with autism are only a burden to our society, which is an awful thing to say. This is actually the guy who will destroy families because of his idiotic confirmation bias approach to science and misinformation. His Holiness the Pope died on Monday after fighting significant health problems. But of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene had to ruin everything by posting on X a few hours after. Today there were major shifts in global leadership. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God. Yes, of course. God knew that Pope Francis was evil, so he wasted no time waiting 15 years to defeat him. Let me get this straight. You don't believe in God when it's bad, like a hurricane headed for your state. Oh, that's the Democrats. But when it comes to death you like, that was definitely God. I choose to believe that God has a wicked sense of humor and put Marjorie Taylor Greene on this earth because he wanted us to have something to laugh at. Someone this comically obtuse must have been created on purpose. In local news, Seattle has a public indecency problem.
Neighbors who are suing the city of Seattle over claims that the behavior at the nudist beach has gotten out of hand. The group shared several videos. They're too graphic to show, but King 5 has reviewed them.
Yes, that's why we were viewing this footage, because we're compiling a report. Come on, guys, don't masturbate in public parks. Everyone knows you're supposed to ejaculate in the privacy of off the top of the Space Needle. What? Have you not done that before? This week, Ukraine suffered devastating strikes from Russia during attempted peace talks, and that hurt Trump's feelings. I am not happy with the Russian strikes on Kyiv. Not necessary. Very bad timing. Vladimir, stop. I'm sorry, is this the kind of tough talk foreign policy we were told so much about? You're being mean. Stop. Vladimir, stop it. Mom! Actually, you know what? Rather than saying he sounds like George McFly trying to stand up to Biff in Back to the Future, let's all clap for the president. While it's not exactly what we want, this is a big step in the right direction. The president feeds off of praise, so let's all clap for him right now and throw a compliment his way. And let's make the classic tears in his eyes story actually come true.
Strong, tough cookie. Big, strong guy. And he's crying with tears coming down on his face.
Oh, it's so wonderful, Mr. President. You're standing up to the big bully and protecting Ukraine. You're the greatest president ever. I'm gonna guess that by the time this uploads, he will have already changed his mind. That's all the news I have for this week. Hopefully I'll see you next week for a deep dive on the absolute insanity of the Abrego Garcia story and the lengths MAGA is willing to go to justify state-sponsored kidnapping. Thanks for watching, and remember, a spoonful of comedy helps the news go down.